Like, did you ever think you wanted to speak to anyone, like a therapist or anything like that, when, you know, after you were involved in all the violence?
Yeah. After my hatchet hit, I got some counselling and therapy for it.
So you hit with the hatchet. What was the aftermath of that? Because we didn't go into much detail with that.
No,
So you got hit with the hatchet. Where did you hit in the face? You
Yeah.
showed me the scar on your chin.
Yeah.
And I think you said you got hit in the hand when you put your hand up.
Yeah.
What was, like, what physical damage had happened to you?
Slit through my jawbone, snapped it in half, knocked a couple teeth out at the bottom, and it was half an inch away from my jugular vein, which would have instantly killed me. 17 stitches inside my mouth, 13 on the outside. My bottom jaw and all my teeth at the bottom were all weak, so my bottom gum and mouth was literally filled with cement, and I was on a liquid diet for about 2 weeks.
Jeez, oh.
And I had a big face like Beano. Is that the cartoon? The big king. Yeah, it was incredible.
The Desperate Dan.
It was, aye.
What, do you remember it happening?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Pretty horrific experience, to be honest with you. I was only 17 years of age. I felt like I was 37. I felt like I knew the world. And yeah, just out with some young ones, drinking, and an argument happens, and one of the older guys from the gang pulls a hatchet out and chases some of the younger boys. I was one of the younger lads. And yeah, I received the traumatic end of the hatchet.
And did anything come of it? Like, did you report him to the police, or was it?
He was caught on CCTV, so he was, and he was automatically given 18 months in prison. I think he'd done about 9 on good behaviour.
9 months?
Yeah, it went from attempt murder to serious assault. I don't know what that was about, but it was on camera. Aye.
Jesus, 9 months for hitting somebody with a hatchet a half inch away from their...
A kid as well, was 17, you know.
What age was the guy?
He was about 22.
What would he end up doing?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I've never really come across him.
They're either dead or in jail or turned their life around, found God. It's usually one of the three.
I hope it's the last. I really do.
You get the occasional, like, millionaire where they had something in them, they screwed the nut at some point along the line.
Yep.
And then they went and took off like a rocket ship. Yeah. And then they have this wild story about how it began.
That's true.
And you go, how did you end up here?
Yeah, done this, I've done that.
What happened with this scar? We'll tell you a story.
Yeah, there's a story behind everything, right?
So you were 17,
yeah.
Hit with a hatchet, and it didn't put you off?
No, I was still in round about the gangs and doing gang fights and organising them and those sort of things, shoplifting. And
did your mum know this at this point? Is she not telling you to get out of this?
She was aware of it. I don't quite think she could stop me at this point now. I felt like I was the main man in the gang. Everybody would congregate at my house before and after the fights. We kind of had that open door kind of policy. We could come back to mines and sit in at mines, and it was a kind of a safe hub for myself and the people that I hang around with. And I think for my mum as well there, I think she got some comfort from that, knowing that I may be up the stairs, but I was safe.
So see, when you're coming back to the house,
yeah,
like, does it look like a military infirmary ward that, where you need to patch everybody back up? Or is it a case of most of the time you were getting away with, like, cuts and bruises? Yeah,
cuts and bruises type thing, running for the police, that kind of thing there as well. So, yeah, we were always back at my mum's house.
Yeah. Well, they didn't put a target in the back of your own place, if that's where you were heading back to?
Yeah. I remember being in the house one night, and during the night I heard this almighty smash on the front door, and somebody hit my door with, I believe, like a meat cleaver or a hatchet of some sort, but there was this big knife chip in the door, which woke me up.
It would do, I imagine it would have.
Yeah.
If that's not waking you up, you've got some questions to ask yourself there.
But still to this day, I still have questions like, who was that? Never heard anything from it, don't know where it came from. And yeah, but yeah, there had been one or two altercations.
That's crazy.
Well, the trouble ended up back at the house.
So the door gets hit with a hatchet, and you go, when are they coming next? Are you living in perpetual survival mode? You must have been on edge a lot of the time.
Not quite. I felt confident enough to be able to hand myself and protect my family at that time. I felt like the skills that I thought I had then, life skills, I thought that was enough.
You completely deluded.
Yeah, I think I was, yeah.